Check. Kilo 6, Uniform Sierra, Delta Mike 06, 1296 100.
WA6AH, AA6S.
Hi, Bill.
Yeah, that must have pointed the right direction here. I heard a high bill. I think that was Aaron.
Yep, Roger. AA6S, K6US.
K6E, Uncle Sierra, US, AA6S. I moved my antenna and you came up about due north now. Anyway, good evening, Aaron. K6US, AA6S, over.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Kilo 6, Unicorn Sprinkles, Delta Mike 06. How's it going down there in Visalia?
Yeah, pretty good. At least I think it is. Nice weather and not much happening other than, I got a friend of the coast is KWM2A. I got to check it out for him, and he's got the end of my 1296 contact if he ever gets his transmitter going. He heard me S5 there at Los Osos a month ago or 3 weeks ago when we tried it, but he's got something hooked up in his. He's got the most exotic antenna switching thing you've ever seen. He's got all these rotary coaxial switches and switches different rigs, and it's all done with a computer. And somehow, he's a computer genius to make it worse. And anyway, something's not switching. Anyway, back to you there. K6US, AA6S.
Well, yeah, sometimes you got to keep it simple because otherwise you make it all complicated and you can't fix anything. I helped one of the local guys up here with his setup. He had automatic antenna switching and a matrix and all kinds of stuff, and come to find out there was a cable that was loose.
Now, I go through 4 coax switches for the low band stuff, and that's a nightmare to figure out which one to flip. I guess I'll have to label them.
Yeah, I got all my stuff labeled. Yeah, this radio's got 3 switches, one for each band, and then I have a switch on the HF rig, and that's about it. And then I'm now using my 705 to run the 222 transverter, so that's all off on its own. So I don't have to worry about switching back and forth to 220. I always just have it up and running.
That sounds good. Well, I don't have to switch any antennas on the 1296. I mean, on the 9700. The relay things are all parallel, so a common box with one relay in it switches all of them. Whichever one you turn on is the one that gets. It's already hooked to its own antenna, so it just comes on and works.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I use this 9700 for vertical and working repeaters and FM, and so I can switch all 3 bands to a triplexer, and then that goes up to my vertical, and so I can individually switch a band to the horizontal antenna. So right now I'm on my beam for 1296, but the other 2 bands, if I switch over to 70 centimeter or 2 meter, I'd still be on my vertical.
I ought to see if I can hear you sometime on simplex on 70 centimeters on my other rig.
I think we've tested that before.
I can't remember. You're younger than I am.
Yeah, well, I'm approaching the big 40 next year.
Well, when you hit 40, you'll realize you're 50 because it'll go by that quick, and your kids will be all gone. They said it costs like $300,000 to raise one kid now.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh well. I'll have money. I'll have more money when they all move out.
I don't think I ever made $300,000 when our kids were growing up, but they're all okay.
Yeah, so far so good. We haven't managed to kill any of them.
Yep, us either. K6US, AA6S. Where's everybody?
Yeah, we still got a couple minutes, but WA6AAJ, are you over there, Mike? K6US.
KJ6TYO's here.
Well, there's Ron. I don't know if you can hear him, Bill.
Barely. I've probably peeked the antenna on him.
Yeah. He can kind of hear you down there, Ron. But we got you.
All righty. Yeah, that's weird. I turned my antenna way, more towards Mike, and I hear you better. And I had it aimed at you, and it was worse. So, anyway, it's just the way it is.
Well, that's because my antenna's pointed at Mike.
Yeah, but I thought just aiming at you would help it, but it didn't.
Well, I'm hearing in Visalia now that I put my antenna due north.
Antenna if you point directly at me.
Okay, in Visalia you can hear me better now. All right, yeah, I hear you. You're coming in great from Visalia.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm due north, and it's scooting around up there somehow, but Mike and Mikey and whoever else, we're all running 600 watts, and that do make a difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference. It's a lot more than 10 watts. So, all righty, well, I'll get back here and listen in here for the net controller.
You sound good in Visalia, though. I'm due north, so no problem.
Yeah, I like running QRP on this band.
Your neighbors probably do, too.
Yeah, probably. I wonder how much power this antenna could take. I'll have to ask Mike.
You got a pair of them, don't you? It'd take 500, 600 watts.
No, I just have a single, and it's only the back, like 12, 13 elements. It's not even the big antenna, and it's only one.
No, I mean your loops, the pair of loops that handles that much power, I think.
Yeah, if you got a pair of loops, you can run 800 watts through them. But on this band, I just have the little 12, 13 element Yagi.
Well, I thought you were using loops here.
No, not on this band. It's a Yagi. It's fixed pointed at Mike.
It sure is.
Hello, Mikey, AA6S.
Yeah, good evening, and we want to try and work Ron this evening. I'm pointed toward 129 right now, so the sooner you can get him in here, maybe you want to work Ralph first and then whatever. Anyway, we'll be piddling around here for a few minutes, taking local check-ins.
K6US 1079 and Bozo 1100, and yeah, you're sounding good pointed that direction, Mike. K6US.
I'm bouncing at you from the backside there. Okay. What little antenna do you have? Half of a 22 easy or something?
Yeah, some crazy guy up on the hill tuned this thing up for me.
Oh, I think that's a 13. Yeah, that's 13 elements or something. It's the back half of a 22 easy. Yeah, that's a good one. About 3 feet long or a little less.
Yeah, it's managed to find room for it up on the roof. So yeah, it's working pretty good. But alrighty, yeah, Bill's in there and Ron's out there and the sprawling metropolis of Viola, and so far we haven't heard anybody else. K6US.
KJ6TYO 1009.
We hear 1009. Good evening, Ron. You're sounding good.
All right.
And I think I hear 620.
And who is it? 620 also?
Yeah, I'm hearing 620 in the background.
Okay, hi Mike. I'm pointed south at the moment toward, well, sort of southeast at 129, 130 degrees. So I'm off of you about 40 degrees. Well, off of you about 140 degrees over. I don't hear him.
Yeah, you in there, Mike? 620, Whiskey 6 Papa Echo. Do you copy K6US?
I heard a voice. Somebody was talking when you were talking. Try it again. I'm hearing a little voice in there. Is that you, Ron? KW6QUI, K6MYC, beaming at 129, over.
No, that was Mike, and apparently he's got an SWR problem up there in Oakhurst, K6US.
Okay, yeah, I must have, because normally I hear him fine. Anyway, we've got you checked in, Mike. We've got you checked in if you're copying. This is K6MYC Bozo Net 1296, beaming southeast.
K6MI.
Okay, John.
Hi, John.
Hi.
And where's is Rob in here tonight?
I have not heard him yet.
M6SRR, just plugged in the antenna.
Just doing what with the antenna? Okay, pretty weak, but we got you, Rob. I have something for you, so when you come around my direction, I'll give it to you, over. I don't know if, yeah, I'm making power. I think Rob's copying me.
Yeah, it sounded like he was monkeying around with his antenna. You might be trying to get his amplifier back up.
Well, he disconnected all the antennas the other day, and if he didn't mark the feed lines, he's probably got 220 hooked up to 1296 and 432 hooked up to 6 meters and 6 meters hooked to 2 meters.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's why my stuff's labeled.
You doing what?
Yeah, all my coaxes are labeled, and I have an Excel spreadsheet, and I even keep track of what date I installed it. Yes, I am that person.
Oh my God! I just put rubber bands around mine.
Yeah, they are all assigned a letter, and then I record what's connected on the other end.
There you go. Where's Ed 1296? Where is everybody? W6QUI. You might, maybe when Bill gets back, he can call him. Now, let's see if AAJ is here. Mike, are you here?
Yep, just came here and I was going to go down and get Ralph.
Go get Ralph, and then we'll get QUI as soon as you get back.
Okay, where's Bill?
I'm here. I was calling Ralph. I moved the antenna back north. It's going back around towards Ralph right now.
Well, I'll go down and get Ralph. I'm already pointed that way.
Go ahead.
I'm hearing him, I think. The antenna's coming around. K6TSK. K6TSK. Almost there. K6TSK. K6TSK. AA6S. Over, Ralph.
Does he listen on this frequency?
Supposed to.
M6SR.
Go ahead, Rob. You're weak.
Yeah, I guess with the rain, I got a load tail problem, so I'm only putting out like 10, 5 watts.
Okay. I've got a canister, a big blue barrel full of plastic bottles for you. Matt doesn't want to mess with them, so they're yours if you want them whenever you go to your, when you take yours in. You copy that, Rob?
Yeah, Mike, I'm trying to mess with my amplifier. First off, I was down on 1296.090, and I guess you still heard me there.
Okay, you've worked Ralph then, huh?
Oh, my station's all screwed up. There goes the load tail again. So I can't use the amp at all.
No worries. The other guys will get them. We're missing K6VBG, and I don't know if Daryl's got this band or not. I think he does. I know maybe 107 Dane might have this band. 1296 Bozo Net K6MYC. I hear somebody in there. It might be Ron.
I just opened up your scope, and I can see activity down on 090, so those guys are down there working them right now. K6US.
Okay. We're going to have a new one tonight. If we're lucky, we might get Richard in here, KD6BQ. He's going to have his smashing, well, let's see, what has he got? He's got 10 watts. And some little Comet antenna that his dad had up there. Over.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Well, it'll be pretty easy to give 220 a run for its money. Yeah, we got more people on this band.
Oh yeah, no, we're already almost ahead of 220 last night. You can check there if it's easy for you, Aaron. I can't remember whether Daryl 982 KG6 Charlie Echo Fox has 1296 or not. I know K6VBG does, so we're waiting for him to come in. But he's random. He comes in all kinds of weird times.
Yeah, Daryl just has a 991A, so he can only get on 2 meter and 70 centimeter. He doesn't have a 9700 or another radio that can do 1296.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure. Nice to hear. I wish Mike would get his VSWR problem fixed up there. It's gotten worse and worse. Now after the rain, I think he's wiped out completely. He's obviously got water in a feed line. You put water in an end connector, and it's over at 1296. You can't get nothing through it.
Yeah, I think Rob won some coax seal at the club meeting. He needs to shimmy up there and seal off everything.
Right. Can see that. On a flimsy telescoping mask. Yeah, Rob's the monkey.
I tell you what, we had a thunderstorm come through on Sunday afternoon, and it just poured for 5 or 10 minutes, and I've had 0 issues with antennas because all of my stuff is sealed.
Yeah, well, that's good. I haven't had any water issues that I know of. I got something I'm suspecting on 220, but it's going to be a while before I can look at it, Frank. We just got done. We're trying to get down with our watering system, and I have to pay a special guy to come in. It's going to cost me $700 to get my backyard watering again.
Oh, man. Yeah, do that before it gets warm, or otherwise all your stuff's going to die.
Well, that's why, yeah, he's going to be here before the end of the weekend.
Yeah, I'm still seeing activity down on 090, so I guess we'll just kind of park it here and wait for him to come back up.
Let me make a call here. W6QUI, if you're copying me, I'm pointed at 129, Ron. W6QUI, K6MYC, calling and listening. Go ahead, Ron. Nothing.
Is this?
Well, he's weak too, but maybe it's because I'm pointed at 129. Good evening, Dave.
Boy, good evening, Mike. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. We were talking about you. Are your ears burning?
Oh, a little bit.
Okay, well, it's good to hear you. We're just biding our time before we go to a Tascadero here.
Hi, Roger. Yeah. How was your day today?
Who was that?
I said, how was your day today, Mike?
It was okay. We got a little bit done. Not much, but a little bit.
Roger. I had to go down to Fresno for doctor's appointment.
It was a nice day. Temperature-wise, we got up probably pushing 70.
Oh, yeah, it was warmer down in Fresno.
It was still really nice down here today, though. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, particularly if you didn't have wind and you stood in the sun, it was really nice.
Yeah, it's looking like we'll be back up in the 80s this weekend, but I'll take it. As long as we don't shoot right back up to 90, I'll be happy.
Yeah, it can ease up to 90, but you don't want to do it in 2 days, do we?
Wow, they are still down there working down south.
KM6SRR, I guess it's not failing at this 15%.
Well, now you're working a lot better. You're way louder.
Yeah, I had to keep going down to, I got to 15%.
It tripped on you again.
Yeah, he knows. He's got to wait a month for everything to dry out again.
Well, unfortunately, the way it works is it comes in fast, but it takes a long time to get out of there.
Well, you know, you got to put all those weeping holes in the side of your coax so the water drains out.
There you go.
Okay, this is Barefoot. Can you hear me?
Yes, barely. Go ahead.
Barely, huh? Well, okay.
What's your SWR Barefoot?
I have to change the meter and see.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what the radio is seeing with the amplifier bypassed.
Yeah, I don't know how to change the meter.
Menu, meter.
They must still be rag chewing with Ralph down there. We need to get them up here. I got to get moving.
Yep, they're still down there.
I'm the only one that I can't get to Ron down there, so we need Bill or AAJ. I don't think. Can you work Ron on 1296 here?
No, because the antenna's pointed at you, and he would be almost due opposite.
You could do it, but you can't rotate. You got to get a rotator there, buddy. You got all this other technology, and you can't rotate.
Well, if this antenna rotates, it's going to hit another mast. Actually, it'll hit the 220 antenna. So the problem with everything being too close up there. Now, I need to get some roof masts up there and start spreading stuff out.
piece of Roan 25 on the ground next to your edge of the roof, and then you can work off of that, get up 20 feet, and you can take care of everything.
Yeah, as long as I can route all the coax up there, that's the fun part. But yeah, there's solutions.
Frequency Ron AA6S.
Okay, you want to go over and get Ron? We're waiting for you. I need to move on here.
You got 03 checked in.
Okay, I'll check in 03, but go get Ron, W6QUI, and tell him that I'm pointed at 129 and listening for him.
Okay, I'll try to get that point across again. Sometimes it's difficult.
Is he speaking Swahili?
AA6.
Maybe.
Wrong sideband, wrong frequency, over. Yeah, that made a difference. I don't know what happened or what you did, but I got a copy of now. I heard Mikey say he's beaming 129 degrees. I guess he wants to try to work you there. He said he's pointed at 129 degrees. I don't know where you had pointed before, but anyway, I was just passing the message on, and Mike, AAJ should be in here. Are you on frequency, Mike? Able 6 sugar.
Yes, Mike did say for Ron to point. Mikey is pointed 129, so try giving K6MYC a call, Ron.
Ron, are you copying Mike?
I hear Ron, but he's not quite Q5. Tell him I'll make a transmission and he can peek on me. Tell him that, Bill.
Okay, Ron, Mike says you're not quite Q5, but keep talking, and he's going to peek on you. W6QUI, keep talking. Mike says he's hearing you. AA6F, over.
No. I'm going to keep talking. I want him to peek on me.
Any copy, Mike?
No. I can hear him, but I can hear him no matter where I'm pointed. What I wanted you to do is tell him. I know where to point for him. I can hear him off of the Sierras all the way from 100 to 130 degrees. He's the same no matter where I point. I need him to outpoint at about 125, 130. And he needs to optimize on me, so I will make a long transmission for Ron. Over.
Okay, did you get that, Bill?
Yeah. Mikey wants you to point me about 125 to 130 degrees, and then he said no matter where he points his beam, you're coming off the Sierras like radar. He can hear you all the way across, but not real strong. So what did he say about 125 to 130, Mike?
Yeah, try to have Ron try to optimize Mikey.
I want Ron to optimize on me. Over.
30 degrees on your beam heading.
Just doesn't get it, does he?
Your MYC between 125 and 130, Ron, over.
Doesn't matter. I want Ron to optimize on me. Okay, let me make. I don't hear him in there. Is he talking right now?
Yep.
Yes, he is talking.
No, he's gone away now.
Yeah, no, he stopped.
I don't know if he hears me no matter where he points, but I need him to go from north over to west and see if he can find me. From north to east, I should say. From north to east, there should be somewhere in there where we get a bounce. Over.
W6QUI, AA6S. Are you hearing anything, Ron?
I can hear him now.
Says he can hear you now. He's hearing you now, Ron.
KN6 SR.
Hang on, Ron.
To me, Ron, W6QUI, A6S.
He's up to about Q3.
Yeah. Bigger antenna. Let's see, 100 watts to 200 to 400. And probably, 6-7 dB more, or 7-8 dB more RF on the output, I guess. But, usually when this bad, you can hear something or nothing. That's weird. Anyway, we'll turn it back to Mike, AAJ.
Try to explain it to him again, Mike. It's not rocket science. This is weak signal work.
Play cards with the daughter and the wife.
Okay, you want him to go ahead and listen for you?
Got a good signal.
Yes, you got to tell me when he's listening, and then I'll start the transmit, and I want him to start north and run all the way to due east until he finds a peak. Over.
Yeah, Ron. Okay, Mike's going to start transmitting, and he wants you to sweep from east to west. Is that north? What'd you say, Mike? I'm sorry.
North to east. From north to east.
Okay, Ron. Mikey is going to swing, or is going to speak, and he wants you to swing from north to east. Over. All right, Mikey, begin.
Okay, W6QUI, and I'm copying him. That was about Q3 when he came back. So he's close, but he's got to find the peak there. W6QUI, Charlie Mike 95. Charlie Mike 95, W6QUI, this is K6MYC. Kilo 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Delta Mike 07 Delta Mike 07, calling and hoping you're swinging the antenna from north to east until you find a peak. Look for a peak. There should be a peak in there between north and east for you. And I'll keep talking for another 15 seconds and then we'll shoot it back. W6QUI and Charlie Mike 95. This is K6MYC and Delta Mike 07 Delta Bravo. Calling and standing by, standing by. He ain't responding.
Yeah, did you sweep it all, Ron, north to east? Yeah, well, he was the only one talking. Mike, you want to try it again?
Oh, what's he doing?
He's sleeping, but he could barely hear. He thought he heard something, but he's not hearing anything.
Well, I'm hearing him. Wherever he's pointed now, he's pretty close. I'm copying him between 110 and 130, but I don't get a peak in there. I'm waiting for him to find a peak on me, and then I can re-peak on him. Over.
Okay. I'm going to have Ron, I'm going to have him, Mike, call you again for a little while and just try to sweep back and forth 90 degrees from where you're at right now and see if you can peak on him. Okay? All right, Mike, go ahead.
Okay. W6QUI, W6QUI, W6 Queen Uniform Italy, W6QUI. It's a good 600 watts on the whistle up, K6MYC, kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, Delta Mike 07, Delta Mike 07 calling. I'm copying you where you have been sitting talking to Mike. Whatever heading you're using when you talk to Mike, I can hear you, but you're not quite readable. You're not quite readable, but I hear your signal every time with no fade, very steady, but just too weak to copy. So that's the story. W6QUI, Charlie Mike 95, from kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, Delta Mike 07. Over, over.
Over, Ron. Okay, did you hear that, Mike?
I can hear him, but I can't understand what he's saying.
He said the only place he can hear you is where he is at after trying to peak on you, and it's still very weak. Over.
Okay, well, have him make one more 15-second transmission, and I will try to peak on him again, and then we'll give it away, okay?
Okay, Ron, try it one more time, but you talk now for about 15, 20 seconds and let Mike try to peek on you from where you are right now, okay? Over, Mike.
Yeah. Go back where I had him here. He's in here right about here somewhere. That's 129, 130. That seems to be where I always hear him the best. It's pretty broad. It's not a defined peak. It's funny that one night we had a very easy copy on him. But he's just about, if he had 3 dB more, he would be Q5. He's that close. I can hear him every time he comes back when I'm pointed correct. Okay. Anyway, we've got him checked in, 10:55. Thank him for the test, and tell him he needs another 3 or 6 dB of antenna. Tell him he needs more antenna. Over.
Okay, roger that. W6QUI, WA6AAJ. Mike thanks you, and he can hear you on that on his beam heading. He says you need about another 3 or 6 dB of antenna, and he should hear you Q5. So instead of the power, maybe a little more antenna. Over.
Seems to be a little low in pitch to me. Maybe he's off frequency too. If he came up a little bit, he'd be Q5.
Roger, Ron, no problem. Mike says thank you for trying too, and we'll give it another shot next week. No problem. W6QUI, WA6AAJ, back to Mikey, K6MYC.
very good. As I said, if he seemed to be a little bit low pitched in his audio, like he was off frequency slightly. Did you hear that, Mike?
Yeah, I've had to use my RIT on him, so yeah.
Well, I can't use the RIT. I can't see the radio good enough, so he has to be dead on for me. And he was really busy. It was really there was enough audio there. I couldn't understand the syllables. I could hear a lot of audio, and I heard some words, but he needs to be on frequency better. So maybe next time we can get him to be a little bit higher pitched. He needs to be high pitched for me, or at least on the right frequency, and then his audio sounds fine. All right, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Bill. And we'll move on here. Rob's broken. Rob's pretty broken. He's got water in the feed line or something, so he can't make any transmission, so he's going to miss out on Ron tonight. Over.
Okay, roger that. All right. W6QUI, WA6AAJ. Thanks for checking in, Ron. Rob is broken, water in the feed line, and so he won't be trying tonight. Over. Okay, roger. Yeah, he's about 120 low for me. Mike, are you going over to Tom?
I'm going to Tom. I'm at Tom's direction right now. Are you talking to Bill? Because I was copying somebody, but I don't know who it was.
That's Bill. He's heading over to Tom.
Okay. He's very weak tonight. You got to bring up his power.
Now, but I'm probably still weak. You were stronger before. Directional. K6MYC, AA6S, both looking for, along with AAJ. KW6S, Tom, where are you? AA6S, over.
KW6S, K6MYC.
Bill.
Who is it?
Tom is talking to Bill.
I don't hear him at all.
I can barely hear both of them.
Yeah, you're coming in good here, but I think Mike is calling at the same time there, Mikey. I mean, anyway, AAJ is on frequency also along with MYC, so you got to pick both of them up there. KW6S, sounds good, Tom. AA6S, over.
I can't hear Tom at all.
Roger, they're on too, so they're waiting for you.
I have Tom now, but I have to point toward the Bay Area to hear him.
Okay, go ahead and take him.
KW6S, K6MYC, over.
KW6S.
I doubled with you. KW6S, K6MYC, over.
Yeah. Next on my antenna rotation here was WA6AAK, so I was giving him a call.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, well, I tried to turn toward him. When I turn toward him, I lose him, so maybe I'm out of calibration here. Anyway, he should copy me in this direction. Tom, are you hearing me?
Oh, I'm hearing you real good now. K6MYC.
Okay. You're very thin for me.
Well, yeah, things aren't real strong tonight, but you're doing pretty good here.
I'm up at 295 degrees for you. I'm pointing toward Vacaville. Mount Vaca, over.
Well, maybe we have a bounce path we haven't known about. I'm pointing pretty much directly at you.
why don't I transmit for 15 or 20 seconds here, and you rotate, go a little bit north of me and see if that doesn't peak up. Maybe you have to go all the way up into the Bay Area and see if you get a bounce off of something, because I don't think I'm out of calibration by 25 degrees, but I go to 270, you disappear. I have to go clear up into 285 before I start to hear you, and I was copying you fine at 300. So I've got good copy on you between 295 and 300, and that ain't right. So there you are. KW6 Sugar, Charlie Mike 96, K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, over.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I didn't try moving it up there to transmit, but I hear you real good now. It was a little warbly, and I touched it a little bit, and it cleaned right up. So that worked out good. And I will not be here tomorrow night. We're on 2 meters. It's my sister's birthday, and we're taking her out for dinner, but I should be back in action Thursday night.
Okay, understand about tomorrow night, no problem. 70 trees for tonight. And boy, yeah, I've now got you down at 290, or where is it, 280 something, 287. I'm at 287, that's where you're peaking now. So when you move the antenna, we must have some kind of a bounce path and nothing on the direct side. So I'm pointed right into the Bay Area, I think, and I should hit the Bay Area from here. If I've got the antenna out of calibration, I'll find out when I hear the guys in the Bay Area. 7-3, Tom, KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. 7-3, see you Thursday.
Very good, Mike. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, Bay Area. Anybody copying me in the Bay Area? Give me some chatter. Kilowatt 6, Mike Yankee Charlie, Bozo Net. Okay, I hear two of you. K6KLY. Give me some chatter. I may be out of calibration with the antenna, so I need to have some chatter, Ras, over.
K6MIC, KB6BA, over.
KB6BA, I've got you now, fine, Oliver. Good copy on you. And so let me get to 111 in here. And 900. Take a transmission, Oliver, and I'm going to peak on you, over.
Okay, hello. Nice sunny day, a bit in the cool side, more seasonable than what we had a couple of weeks ago. Got another hike in this week. My 220 mobile antenna installation, I had to use a half-wave antenna, Larson half-wave, on the vent window of my car. And had a little trouble finding a match. It needed a little more ground plane than was advertised, but it's working. KB6,
Okay, well, I didn't quite get completely through you, but it looks like this is as close to a peak as I can find. I'm at 300 degrees, off about 13 degrees, 13 or 14 degrees off of you from where it normally. So maybe I've lost calibration. I was going to recalibrate this week, but I haven't gotten a chance to do it. And when I do have a chance, I forget it. Anyway, you're good copy, and thank you very much for being there tonight to help us out. You may have to give me some help with WB6JNN and KD6SOK. They should be on here as well. AB6BA, and take a standby for others. K6MYC.
KT2G.
KT2G, I hear you. I can't remember your number, though, Mark. Can I give you your number again?
Yeah, good evening, Mike. My number is 863.
863, and very good. Nice to hear you. Been a long time waiting for you to come back on 1296, but you're Q5, and I'm probably not peaked on you, over.
Yeah, no, you're strong. You were even stronger before when you were looking for, I think, Tom from Santa Cruz, but you're very strong nevertheless.
Okay, I've got you right now at 300 degrees. So that's a peak on you. You came up another notch here. Very good. Great to hear you. Are you going to be back for a while?
Certainly this week and the next. Then I'll be gone for another couple of weeks. But yes, hopefully Yeah, lots of traveling lately.
No, I understand, but it's always good to get you on 1296. We've got a whole bunch of new people on 1296. You should hear, let's see, it's November Alpha, November Sugar 6, no, November Tango 6 Sierra. He's running 10 watts, and he's down in the middle of San Jose there. And he's new. And of course, the regulars on here. So stick around and tell me who you can copy when you get a chance there. Good to hear you, Mark. Pleasure. And thank you so much for coming in, and we'll listen for you on the other bands as well. Maybe we'll get you on 2 meters tomorrow night. K2TG 6863 K6MYC 73, Mark.
Thank you, Mike. 73. Looking forward.
Nice signal here, W6PQL.
Yeah, good. I'm copying you too, Jim. Good. 1296. We got you in here. And are you hearing Mark on the back there?
Yeah, I'm not pointed at Mark, but I can hear him in there, sure. And you can also put in number 52. I've collected him already.
Yeah, we're running late tonight because I was struggling with the Atascadero station, W6QUI. We were really having a hard time trying to find a peak. He can't hardly hear me. I hear him, but his audio was off frequency, so I was having trouble copying. But the audio was strong enough for Q3 to Q4 copy. But he just can't hear me. He doesn't have a preamp, I guess. And I'm running more power than he is, so go figure. Anyway, we just can't seem to get a consistent path. It's a bounce path. I have to point over towards southeast. He's normally southwest for me, but I have to point at southeast to get a bounce on him. W6PQL on the group, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Well, the unaided 9700, if that's what he's running, the typical noise figure is 4 dB on that one if you don't have a preamp on it. So that would certainly explain the difficulty. Usually your external noise limited, but it's lacking in overall gain if you don't have something in front of it. So I'm sure he'll do better once he gets that taken care of. He could use some power down there too. 10 watts is kind of tough to get to everybody with over that distance with just that power level. Even though you hear him, you want that old armchair copy. All right. I'll say 73. Let's pick up the rest of the guys. K6MYC, W6PQL.
No, remember, W6QUI has the prototype Ken Holiday amplifier. It runs 120. So when he went to 120 watts, I start to hear him. Anywhere I point toward the Sierras, when I point toward the Sierras, I hear him, but there's no real peak until I get right around 130 degrees azimuth. So it's a funny thing, but I can hear him all the way down to 100 degrees and all the way up to about 150, but he peaks a very gradual peak at about 130. So, but he can't, he doesn't have a good noise figure with the 9700, obviously. You said it's about 4 dB?
Yeah, those are the measurements that most folks have taken on it, yeah.
Okay, so a preamp would get him a lot of improved performance. I told him he needed 6 dB more antenna. That'll help, too.
Yeah, it'll all help. Okay, well, yeah, you should hear him okay with that power level if he has that. And probably the next thing would be to look at the feed line and antenna and, optimize that. It might not be very high down there. I don't know what the situation is to you.
I don't know what the feed line is, but it ain't helping his receive, obviously. Anyway, let's see who else is here. We got Oliver's in here, and 52. We might take a listen for 775. KB6BA, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Are you here, Mike?
This is K6WIS. 111.
Okay, hang on. 637. I have you. 637 on the bounce path. Paul, hang on just a second. Let me go back for you, Russ. 111. Let me see if I can peek on you and find out where you are. You're not very strong tonight like you normally are. Go ahead, K6KLY. Go ahead.
All right, I better speak up here. You're okay right where you are there. You're S9 plus about 10 dB, no problem. Joe, how copy down there? 6001.
Okay, well, I'm copying you right at 300 degrees here. It's reasonable. How much power are you running?
Yeah, it's 50 watts, 50 watts over.
Okay, well, it sounds like 50 watts, but it doesn't, it's not bodacious. You're just a little stronger than Mark there with his 10 watts from wherever he is in Los Altos Hills. Anyway, good deal. And do you need anything else from me, or you can stay on frequency, and let's see if we can get KD6 SOK in here. Fred, KD6 Sugar Oscar Kilo, are you here? Over.
You might pick up 801, Mike.
801 was in there. Okay, I'm not pointed quite at him. 801 NT6S, November Tango 6S. That's Tom in San Jose. Good evening, Tom. Make a transmission, and I'll see if I can get you up to Q5 here. November Tango 6 Sierra, K6MYC. Over.
Yeah, thanks. Good to hear you. K6MYC, this is NT6S, Tom, and Willow Glen. Willow Glen, I've been trying to catch you at 40 years in the morning, but I've been too busy, so I haven't been able to do that. But I have a 50-watt amplifier here that I'm going to try to get in line one of these days on 1.2 and see how that works. Over. Let's see if you can hear me. You just got me over.
I'm not doing very well with you, Tom, tonight. The band is down, generally speaking. I'm thinking we're down about 10 dB. So I'm not quite getting you. You're Q3 to 4. I can make the contact, but I cannot do the conversation. Just to do it for me so I can prove that I have the contact. Just give me your call twice and your Bozo number twice. Over, Tom.
Roger, Roger. NT6S. Bozo number 801. NT6S. Bozo number 801. Over.
Q5. It's Q5 that way, but with great difficulty. Q5, NT6S, and Bozo number 801. I copied it, and then you reversed it. Very good. Thank you. So it's Q3 to 4, the way it is, and it's just down. The band is down from normal. But a pleasure to hear you in there. Did you hear anything from KT2G when Mark was in here? Did you hear Mark, KT2G, over?
Roger, I sure did. Yes, I did. And KNN is in here too, if you can talk to him, over.
Okay, yeah. He's running 10 watts alto, but he has a better location. He's in Los Altos Hills, and he's rock solid in here. Absolutely rock solid. Not strong, but just 10 watts and a single 22 easy, I think. So he does very, very well from there. But he's my reference point for the Bay Area. If I can hear Mark, I know I can hear 10-watt stations over there. Great to hear you, Tom. Thanks for coming in, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 2 meters. November Tango 6 Sugar, K6MYC. I still don't know, guys, if Fred is in here. Listen for KD6SOK. Somebody listen for KD6SOK or WB6JNN. Either one. Over.
I'm just waiting for you to stick with everybody else, Mike. WB6J 285.
Okay, I have 285. Good to hear you, Jim. You're about the same as Tom, maybe a little better. A little bit stronger than Tom at the moment, but I may not be peaked on you. But thanks for coming in, and thanks for being there. We're getting quite a team of people in the Bay Area. You're doing great over there in the Bay Area here on 1296. So wonderful to hear everybody. WB6JNN 285 K6MYC.
Yeah, fine. I run about 30 watts and not peaking up, so decent situation. We could use more power, but yeah, well, that's only money.
Okay. Backed it up a little bit and got a little more signal from you, so this should be good. Has anybody, Jim, have you heard, or can you call KD6SOK, over?
I didn't hear him tonight, but I'll try. KD6SOK, are you around? WB6JNN.
WB6JNN, KD6SOK. Good evening, Jim. I just turned on the radio. How's it going?
Oh, there you go. Now you're in here. I wondered where you were, Fred. Good copy, KD6SOK. Thank you, Jim. Go ahead, Jim, and then shoot it back to Fred.
Yeah, anyway, go ahead, Fred. Go ahead and chat to Mike. I imagine you can hear him.
Hi, Mike. Good evening. Yeah, I just turned on the radio about like 45 seconds ago or 30 seconds ago. I'm running kind of late. What time is it now? Jeez, I didn't know it was that late. Anyway, I was doing some work on the computer. Yeah, good evening, and yeah, just checking in, and can't think of anything else. It's 5:07, I guess.
Okay, very good. 5:07, we got you. We got a huge bunch of people now in the Bay Area. The only one I'm missing so far tonight is KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, but he should come in any time now. But good to hear you, Fred. We've got you, we've got Russ, 111, we've got Jim, 885, and we've got the other Jim, 1296, W6PQL. We got KB6BA, 900, and we had KT2G up there in Los Altos Hill. That's Mark, KT2G, 863. So a huge turnout for the Bay Area. Congratulations, guys. KD6SOK for your final. Back over to whoever, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, you got a good signal point. I was just looking at the S meter here. You're almost you're about an S9, which is pretty strong, you know. And I'm not. I don't have an ideal location, but you know, it's good enough. And yeah, you're about an S9 site.
Okay, very good. Thanks for the S9. At least I know I'm transmitting here. Sometimes I wonder. We did get a Tascadero also with his 121, so I got him checked in. So we're getting a lot of people here. We're almost up to 20 here so far on 1296, and we haven't gotten through the other part of the guys up there. 73's Fred, and 73 Jim, 73 PQL Jim. 73's to you, Oliver. Great to hear everybody in there. KT2G, if you're still listening, and also you, Tom. KT6, and November Tango 6 Sugar, I should say. We're missing KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. How about it, Mike? Nothing from Mike. Okay. Anybody else before I go up to N6RO? Over.
Yeah, Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar. On the way.
Yes. Good evening, Paul. I'm sorry I forgot you because you're out of the loop there, coming from the Bay Area direction. But anyway, I got you checked in. Do you have anybody? How about the boys in Clear Lake? Are they in here?
Hi, good evening, Mike. Thanks for coming back to me. That's good that we have lots of check-ins on 1296. Well done for the Bay Area. Just myself to check in. You've got a phenomenal signal on the bounce path, Mike. 5x6. You're peaking 5x6. Nothing else to report. So back to you. K6WIS, Placerville, over.
Roger. Okay, we've got you. Good, solid copy from Placerville tonight, and thank you very much for being there. And sorry I made you wait there, but I was just overwhelmed with the number of people now that we've got in the Bay Area. It's so good to hear everybody, even though they're just most of them are just running 10 watts or so. Jim has about 40, I guess. W6 or WB6JNN has about 40, and probably about 600 from PQL. But he and I have a terrible path because of his location there in Fremont. All right, very good. Paul, 73s. We'll look for you on the direct path. Maybe you can help me with KR6MR and KJ6KFB if they're in there tonight. 73 for now. I'll take one more call from the Bay Area, and then I'll go to N6RO. 73, Paul.
Yep, 73, Mike. Cheers.
K6SRR.
Go ahead, Rob.
Did you say that you had 52 in there?
Yes, 52 is in.
Okay, Roger.
Okay. One more call. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Mike, are you here? We'll catch him on the return path. Okay, let's go up and get in our N6RO here. I have to go up probably about this far to hear him. NR N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835, high temperature 70. And dinner was chicken, liver, and onions, and a whole bunch of other veggies. Not much else to report. There's a lot of QSB when you were pointed as the Bay Area, but you're 5x5 right now, S-meter wise. And before you were S0, but Q3. Anyway, we all have narrow antennas on this band. K6MYC and 6RO.
Yeah, well, I'm narrow, but I'm not that narrow. I can hear over 10 or 15 degrees when I sweep on the guy. But there is a definite peak. With 8 antennas up there, 2 high and 4 high. 2 wide and 4 high is what I am with the 8 23CM 22 element antennas. And they're at about 95 feet up here, so they're good and high. Fed with 1 1/4 most of the way, 1 1/4 hardline. So that's the setup, and I do have a preamp up there, so I'm hearing pretty well considering I'm working most of the station I'm working, at least half of them are 10 watts, so we're very pleased with the performance in that respect. Good evening, Ken. And I don't know if you've had a chance to troubleshoot any of the 220 stuff, but it just wasn't there. I know you're transmitting into an open or something that's taking the power, but it's not going where it should go. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, I haven't figured that out yet, although I think I was tuning to the wrong frequency. I'm still not familiar with that new radio, but I'll figure it out by next week. And yeah, you've got some real antennas there. I've got your 35 element, just one at about 55 feet. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow on 2. I'm going back to the television and 6RO.
Okay, good evening. And thanks again for popping in here. And I'm sure you'll find the 220 thing. What radio do you have and what transverter? And I can help you with where you should be listening.
The radio is a K4D Elecraft, and the tuner is also an Elecraft, or the transverter is an Elecraft.
Okay, well, I would imagine if it has a 2-meter IF, then 144. 222-100 should be 144-100, but I don't know. You might have to call. The guys over there at Elecraft and see what the shift is. What brings you out on 222.1. That's what you want to find out. What frequency on 2 meters do you have to be on 144.1? I mean 222.1. Sorry, I'm confusing you more than I'm confused. Good morning.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's afternoon for me now. It's not yet night. And one of my engineers who set the thing up, that station up with the transverter, he can figure it out. Well, hopefully before next week. See you down the road in 6RO.
Yeah, well, if we had a beacon, then you would hear it. I got to have maybe Frank put a beacon on 220. Maybe we can scrounge up a 220 transverter somewhere and have him put 5 or 10 watts on 222, and then everybody knows where the hell they are. Over.
Yeah, that would help.
I'll work on it.
Very good. See ya.
See ya. Anybody else in this direction? We should have Mario. How about you, Mario? Let's see, KO6IQR, K6MYC. I don't hear Mario. KO6IQR, KO6IQR, K6MYC. Over. For Ken, are you hearing Mario in there?
No, not a trace. And if you were on there, he'd be pointed at you, and I probably wouldn't hear him anyway.
Well, why don't you give him a call? Maybe he's not hearing me.
Okay, KO6 OQR from N6RO, are you there? Nothing heard.
Yeah, that's weird. He should be here. He's home. I worked him last night, and he's back. So he should be there. Well, I'll maybe pick him up on the way back here. Anybody else in this direction copying me on 1296? QRZ, Bozo Net, K6MYC. Okay, I'm going towards Sacramento. Thank you, Ken.
Night.
Okay. Let's try it here. KJ6KFB or KR6MR. I'm not sure who I'm going to get on this heading. K6MYC. I need a longer call. I heard your voice. I think that's you, Darren, but I'm not sure. Give me a longer call. KJ6KFB. Go ahead. I got him, Rob. KJ6KFB's in there. I'm getting pieces of his call sign. I'm getting Juliet's, and I got Bravo in there. So it is KJ6KFB. We've got you, Darren. Very, very light tonight. Band's down just a little bit by my ear. Band is down just a bit by my ear here. But we've got you very, very marginal, but in there. KJ6KFB 756, K6MYC. Over. Okay, let's try this. KR6MR. I'll bring the antenna up on you a little bit at a time here. KR6MR, K6MYC. Over. Roger, Q5 with difficulty. Q5, but you're in there. Quite a good signal with the 60 watts tonight, John. KR6MR, K6MYC. We have your 759, John. Not too bad. So pretty good signal tonight. KR6MR, K6MYC, Central California. Go ahead. QSL, thank you very much for the S5. You're not moving the meter here, but you're Q5 most of the time. There's a little bit of QSB. I miss a few words, but most of it's Q5, John. So pretty decent and quite repeatable. And I don't think the band is tip-top. I think we're off by 5 or 10 dB here from the best band performance. So not too bad tonight. Thanks very much for being there. I did hear Darren. He needs the same power you have, and he would be about the same signal strength, hi. But you can imagine what I'd be doing if you were running 10 watts there, hi. 7-3, John. Thank you very much for your effort on this band, and keep up the good work. We're pushing toward 30. We're pushing toward 30 check-ins tonight, so we're setting a new record on 1296. KR6MR, K6MYC, over. Okay, 7-3, John. I'm going to Nevada now, Nevada. Here we go. Well, I heard KR6MR again, way up here toward Nevada.
AM6SRR.
Are you calling me, Rob?
Yeah, I wanted to tell you Richard got his 1296 up. He's hoping to hear us.
Okay, Richard is up and on the air. I'm going there right now. Thank you, Rob. I'm guessing that this is going to be close. KD6BQ, KD6 Bravo Queen, KD6BQ, K6MYC, over. I hear 272 in there. By golly, good to hear you, Daniel. Thank you very much. I hear 272. Now, maybe you can help me with 249. Hi. KE7UQL 272. Roger. K6MYC. Over. Roger, easy copy on CW, Richard. Good signal. My goodness. Very steady. 249 KD6BQ. Rob, are you copying the CW? Rob's not hearing me well, I guess. Aaron, are you copying that CW on the stream? It was good, wasn't it? That's 10 watts into a small antenna. Over.
Yeah, I was hearing it.
Let's see if we can get a little sideband from you. Try some sideband, Richard. KD6BQ, K6MYC, over. I'm not hearing any sideband. We might have caught a peak. Go back to CW one more time. Go back to CW. You may be getting more power out on CW. So try CW again, Richard. Over. That might have been an upfade. I don't hear him now. Anyway, amazing. We got Richard in here. Wonderful. KD6BQ and KE7UQL. Are you copying me okay, Daniel? Over. KE7UQL, K6MYC. Are you still copying me, Daniel? Yeah, maybe we're in a down fade here or something. Anyway, that's pretty amazing. All right. Thank you, guys, if you're copying me. 73. We'll see you on 2 meters. We'll see you on 2 meters tomorrow. KE7UQL and KD6BQ, K6MYC, 7373.
Yeah, I heard somebody talking.
Yeah, there's somebody way down in there, but I can't dig it out. When Daniel gets real close to the noise, he gets a little bassy. Sometimes it's something like there's a little frequency shift. It may be Doppler that he has to account for on his side. but it gets bassy sounding when he's really, really weak. He could probably use some more highs in the audio, but I'm not going to fuss with it at this point. Anyway, that was good. We got quite a list tonight. I'm going to go back. We're missing KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. And who else are we missing? I think that's pretty much it, man. We got almost everybody tonight. Amazing group in the Bay Area there. Let's go back and get KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie before we go out of here.
Yeah, and if we could get Ken to fix his system, you'd have another local, but he's still broken.
Who is that?
226.
Oh, yeah, well, he could get on. He's broken, but I could copy him here if he wanted to get on. We could get that as a count.
Yeah, and I think it's only one of his antennas is disconnected, so yeah, 25% of the RF is going out into the ether, but the rest of it should still be working.
Yeah, no, I hear him. It's just screwed. His patterns all screwed and skewed, so he doesn't know where to point. And Ken, he likes everything working perfect, but he could sure use the check-in.
Shoot, he probably could put a little Yagi in the window of his shack and point at your direction and just check in that way. He doesn't have to use the tower.
I think he's still all hooked up there. I think he can get on 1296. He just doesn't do it. Ken doesn't usually disconnect things. He leaves them hooked up, but the antenna is, quote, broken by his standards. Okay. I'm back toward KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. KB6 WFC, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC, over. Give me a little longer. Give me longer chatter. I thought I heard 775. Go ahead again. Go ahead.
That was IQR.
Okay, I'm trying to peek on you, but I've got a skew in the pattern here. I think I'm out of calibration, Mario. KO6IQR, 1189. Good to hear you. 1189. Give me a longer transmission, Mario, and I'll peek on you. You should be Q5 once I find you. Over.
KO6IQR, Mario, 97, Bozo, 1189.
Yeah, it's kind of chopped up tonight. I'm getting good pieces of you, but I'm not getting full call sets, but I'm copying you. It should be better. I'm not sure why it's so bad. I don't know if you've made that change back to where you had it before. But if you're still at the top of the mast, it just doesn't seem to be consistently working up there, Mario. But I'm hearing you, and I did check for you earlier, but I didn't hear you. But I'd forgotten about the pattern shift here. KO6IQR, K6MYC, over.
KO6IQR here, KO6IQR. Should be quickly added, but the darndest thing is
You're just not staying on long enough for me to get a peek. I'm close. But thank you very much for coming up tonight, Mario. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for adding to the huge list tonight. We must be pushing toward 30 contacts on 1296, which is going to be a new record. Thank you very much, Mario. 73s. KO6IQR. See you on 2 tomorrow. K6MYC 73. Okay, I'm going back to somewhere around here. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. You should be in here somewhere, right around in this area. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC, over. one more time. KB6WFC, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, KB6WFC, K6MYC, calling and standing by, standing by. Go ahead, Mike. I'm not hearing much. How about you, Aaron?
Yeah, not hearing anything.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. That would have been an easy one. And the other one we could get, maybe a phone call to Kerry. Let me go see if I can get Kerry on. At least we get Kerry in here and get one more count. Give me a count, Rob, or do you have a good enough listening so you know what you got?
I think we have 23. Excuse me, 28.
28, yeah, I was going to say we're very close to 30. Okay, let me call Kerry and see if I can get him out in the shack for 10 seconds.
K6MYC, KO6IQR.
Well, now you're good. What happened?
This is the funniest thing, Mike. I'm pointed at 240 degrees, 90 degrees away from you. Must be getting on a bounce path into the Bay Area or something. But you came up past 9 and you point over towards San Francisco, and I swung over to about 240, and that's where I'm hitting right now.
I'll be darned. Well, I've got you what would be normally about 290. Maybe we're getting a bounce off of Mount Vaca or Mount Diablo. That must be what it is, but you're perfectly Q5 now, Mario, so keep it in mind. We may have to do this in the future, I should say. Over.
Yeah, I did. I couldn't believe it. I had to go outside and look at the antenna and pulled out the compass on the phone. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not pointing anywhere near you.
Okay, I'm not ignoring you, Mario. I'm calling KC5DTU on the phone here. Stand by. Stand by. I couldn't get Kerry. I think he told me the other night he was going to take his wife out to dinner. I think it's their anniversary. Do you remember hearing him say that, Aaron?
No, but it's entirely possible he might have said something.
Okay. No worries. He doesn't answer, and that means he isn't home. I don't know where he's got his cell phone, but he isn't picking it up, so maybe it's buried in the car somewhere. No worries. We tried. And I'm still pointed over there for Mario. Let me say 73 to Mario. Saying thanks very much for poking around with the antenna, Mario, and finding that other peak there. That's going to be valuable in the future. It may be very helpful in summer contest in June there. KO6IQR, I should say, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I was just fiddling with it and I peeked on you there. So yeah, this is interesting bounce path here. K6MYC from KO6IQR. Back to you and good evening, 7-3.
Yeah, and that's what Paul uses all the way up from Placerville. You know where Placerville? It's up on the hills up behind you to the east there. But he bounces in beautifully, and it's almost 100%. I think 1 out of 20 or 30 tries he gets pukey, and some nights we don't make it on 1296. But very consistent path and very stable, not with QSB like we get out of most of the Bay Area stations and so on. So once you get up high and get into a line of sight transmission, a distance over a long distance, and the QSB goes away, at least to a great degree. So it's a very helpful path. I used to try to get into a repeater on 440 in the Bay Area many years ago, and I used to have to point toward the Sierras and run a kilowatt. I could get in like a ton of bricks. Over.
Yeah, well, kilowatts would most definitely help in the Sierras. Are a nice solid massive bounce off there. No shortage of mountain there.
I wouldn't doubt that I could point to the due east and find something maybe east or northeast, and you could find something over there. I think we would probably find between you and I and many others, we would find 2 or 3 different bounce paths that we can take advantage of. At different times of the year, they're better. You know, when it's snowy and wet, it's better than it is in the dry periods. That's what I think has gone wrong with the Atascadero path. 2 weeks ago, we had a very nice copy from him. And I bet you it was because it had been raining in the Sierras and we were bouncing off of something very wet. Now it's dry, and wherever it is, it ain't working. I can hear him, but it's not good like it was. 7-3 Mario, good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. KO6IQR or K6MYC?
Hey, Mike.
Thanks, George.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, we got Corey ZS6CQ in the chat. He's listening in from South Africa. And then I have another one for your list if you want to put down 1257, the Whiskey 6 Foxtrot Sierra Charlie.
Who is that?
That's my club call.
Okay, 1257 is on there. Whiskey 6 Sierra Foxtrot Charlie SFC?
No, Foxtrot Sierra Charlie. It stands for Fresno State College.
That sure does. I should have caught that. W6FSC, sure enough. Okay, we got you in here, club call, and you're checked in, so we got 29. I guess we could get Ken to walk to the shack and get on, couldn't we?
I'm just trying to see if we can get to 30.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? There's somebody else. I don't know. I guess I don't remember whether Mike N6B BYH has 12.E6. I guess we couldn't determine that the other night by your logs and your records. And of course, Kerry would be a slam dunk. That's an easy one. But he's out to dinner, and I thought maybe he would be home by now. We're pushing toward, what is it, pushing toward 9 o'clock?
Yes, sir. We're 6 minutes to 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll take 29. That way he's got something to go to.
Well, you know, records are meant to be broken.
I think Dane, KB6 JMP has 1296. I think I've worked him on this band. I'm kind of surprised he isn't in here tonight. Of course, we had Dan. I think Dan was in here also, but of course, Dan went ahead and passed away on us, the turkey.
Well, I guess that means he can't check in.
Well, it's a long path.
A very long path.
Okay. Well, I guess I go in and have some dinner. I didn't get dinner beforehand. Matt was late with lots of stops tonight. I had him go get some prescriptions for me, and he had to go shopping, and one thing and another. He didn't get here till 7:15, so I'm ready for dinner. I did anticipate that, so I had a little snack bar before about 6:30, but I'm starting to run out of snack bar here. Rob, good evening to you. Sorry about your problems. You're just going to have to let that mask down and fix everything all at once, huh?
Well, once it comes down, it's not going up. It was too hard to get it up, and I can't lift it anymore with my back, so it's just the way it is.
I think it would be better down lower, even if it was working. So maybe the thing to do is let it down and just be at 10 feet above the roof there. I think you've got one set of guys you don't have to touch when you lower it, right?
I think I work them all, bring it down. You know, I've got two of the EZ antennas up there, so I've got those connections. I got the splitter that's more connections, and somewhere water's getting in.
Yeah, seems so. Okay. Well, let me close the net for now. We could have 30 easy if Ken and KC5DTU were in. We'd have those two easy. And KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie should be in here. Let me go. Well, let's see. Where am I pointed? I'm still pointed at Mike over there. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. KB6 WFC. K6 MYC. Mike, where are you? He promised me he'd try to get in here tonight. I'm still pointed over toward the Bay Area there, so, okay. Good night, guys. K6MYC, Bozo 47 and Delta Mike 07 Delta Bravo, closing the 1296.1 net on April 13. Is that right, April 13 or 14? Yeah, 13 tonight or 14?
14.
14, April 14, 2026. Good night, all.
Good night, Mike. K6US, Delta Mike is 06.
If we had one more night, Mike, my better half would be home. We'd have one more there.
Well, that's for sure, next week. Well, it's great to have KT2G in here. I mean, he hasn't been in here for 2 months. It's just not his fault. He travels so much. But what a nice signal he had. Did you guys hear it on the stream?
Yeah, it sounded pretty good.
That's 10 watts and a half of a... I just sent him over a freebie. I sent him the same antenna you got. So that's what you got from Los Altos. Over.
Very good. Hey, he must be in a good spot.
Yeah, he is. He's just consistent over here on that band.
Alrighty, well, get into the house and go get your dinner. K6US.
Okay, good night all. K6MYC, Delta Mike 07 Delta Bravo, closing. Good night.
Hey, Mike.